Some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Bruins will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Bunch formation for these receivers. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
The Tigers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. At the 45 on its way. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Well, in a short yardage situation, they pull off an explosive play. And how about the blocking up front? Everybody getting a big-time push.
Yeah, and in those 3rd and shorts, defense plays aggressive, loads the box. One guy misses, and it ends up being a big gain. Nice play by this offense.
And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll go to the counter play. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Brought down after a nice game.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. They go to the ground. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
Drives the back and leaves it on the option. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that, no gain on the play. The The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Balls and fired complete. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Here comes the heat. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences are that now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Listen to this noise. You can't hear yourself think as this defense has them pinned deep in their own end. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. The play action fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Kane. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Bruins want to move quickly.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now, get ready for another one.
Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On the run, it's Kane. Breaks the tackle.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Looking for room at the 40. He's loose. The 30. The 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Brings up second down.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab on the left. Turning it on. That one could really put this drive into high Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Trying play action. He's going to throw deep right side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. He almost popped out of there for a huge... But they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
Yeah, and you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back, make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you could tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got it and still on his feet. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Looking to throw for it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UCLA! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They are in serious need of putting together a scoring drive right here, down 14-0. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's the handoff. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Not so fast. You think it's going to be automatic, second and short. They're just going to turn around and hand it off. But how about the penetration up front defensively, shutting that play down?
Yeah, and if your defense wants to be aggressive, well, that's fine. Third and short, I still got fourth down as well, so don't be afraid to be aggressive on those and play action, because defense a lot of times really expects run. Then I could take some big shots in man coverage down the field.
Caught in the backfield, it's Wilcox. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one after their own 37. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on third and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll send the tight end in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Man, he was back there and in the quarterback's face before the Bruin faithful could finish an 8-clap.
I mean, just getting off the ball so quick, penetrating. When you got defensive linemen that can get upfield, rush the quarterback, every Bruins fan will be jacked up.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Slings it downfield. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Punt is on its way. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Frost. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Bruins moving quickly to the line. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got this third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And he'll need to show off some leg strength 58 yards out and trying to bend it in from the right side. The Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. They kick it away on fourth down. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man quickly. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing in zone, I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Off play action. Makes the grab. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
And the Tigers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Gets the back moving. They'll try to bully their way for the first. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gonna let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. They take over late in the half. Enough put together a drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Got his man downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. The snap sets up the throw. Caught behind the line. It's Kane. Touchdown, Bruins! And they take it in for 6 more points. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
They'll try the run. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. To the air on first down. Finds his back in the middle. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Lets it fly. Finds his man. It's Wilcox. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end? Just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it.
Man, the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards.
Throws toward the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Motion from the back. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. He's got it along the sideline. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Tigers will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he's going to try to return this one. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They're dealing with a second and long. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's caught. It's Cade. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
After the short completion, do they go for the big one on third down? From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Finds his man. It's Frost. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. And the Bruins in the hurry-up. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them. They've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Going to swing it on second down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. He'll work his way down to the 28.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking them.
The Bruins trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll go to the air. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! Fitted in the window for the score.
Tight ends can be the quarterback's best friend down in this area of the field. When the windows get smaller, you need bigger targets. No better option than the big tight end.
From the gun, looking for a man. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they tack on a little more to this big lead. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, and getting the first down.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield on 1st down. Out of the backfield, he's open. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. There he goes. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half.
Looking for the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Bruins. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And that's a great job by the defender there, back in his own end. He knew he had to make a play. He jumped the route, caught it, and he takes it all the way back. Forget flipping the field. How about scoring a touchdown?
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to scramble. Got his man all by himself. Oh, he's got some space. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Looking to throw. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Just under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. They'll snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Second down.
So now it's second and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. This time on target. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down.
Jackrabbit.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking left. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
Out of bounds at the 18-yard line. And that's a first down.
And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Moves. Convoy. Slide 22. Slide 22. Acorn.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
Wants to fire on second down. A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
To the air on first down. Quick strike complete. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. LSU right back to the line.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
Fires to the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays, because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
He stopped short of the sticks. They tried to pick it up with a screen, but they'll be facing a fourth down.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch, who's really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. He wants to throw it again. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Pulls it, fires to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Going for 6. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync.
Touchdown, LSU! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Two-point conversion attempt is coming. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. He's got it, and he got a foot down for the two-point conversion.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
We've They've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Finds his big tight end. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Teams proving to be special.
What a great return. The home crowd needed something to rally around. You're down. You needed to spark. You needed to make a big play. And the punt returner says, I got this. Great job following his blocks, making the big play, turning this crowd upside down.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. He's looking to pass. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good. Just a couple of possessions down, so there is some hope.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. He'll try the onside kick. There, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Oh, they're after him. He's open on the right. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, UCLA. And the punishment has been extended. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running a read option to the left. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Bruins. How about this defense taking one back to the house? They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
51, LSU 22.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Trying to get outside on the jet sweep. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Second down coming up.
You want to stop the jet sweep and be successful, get some penetration right now towards those edges, right where they're running the football. Defense was ready, got him on the ground, and stopped that play before it ever got started.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Toss to the outside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team.
Picks up 1.
And this defense is more than happy